Good morning and welcome to the next Thursday 3. I'm going to be taking you through a page that I did using the Echo Park Fall Fever collection. And I absolutely love this collection. And it's a fun play on the fall colors. It does have some navies, grays, and the slate blue that I really love. So I'm showing you how I'm building this page using that collection, and it's about being thankful that we got some time finally at home. We've been doing a lot of traveling, and traveling is great. We've also been doing a lot of traveling for work, and this particular weekend we finally got some time at home. Now I'm taking this gray piece of paper here, and I am actually this leaf paper, and I'm tearing it down the diagonal. Now, one of the things I didn't check before I actually tore it is the fact that apparently I'd already taken like a half or an inch sliver off that paper, so it was really only 11 inches tall. I didn't even notice that when I did it. So the bottom corner doesn't go all the way to the edge of that green paper I'm using, but I'm okay with that. So I'm using this paper just kind of on a diagonal. I absolutely love mixing the patterns. I love all the colors. This particular paper is one of the ones that I liked the most out of this collection. And I'm doing that. I inked the edges up, and then I put down the core background that I have of just sitting outside, drinking at our local pub, and kind of sitting down and hanging out a fall day here. And I realized that green is way boring compared to the background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get one of my stencils out. It happens to be the stencil that comes with this collection. Echo Park and a lot of the actually American Crafts collections as well are starting to carry stencils with their collections. So this collection has a leaf stencil. I thought I had record on and I didn't. So I got most of the leaves down using ground espresso without hitting record. I apologize about that. But you can see it just kind of adds a little bit of extra to the background and makes it all go together. I'm going to just show you putting down a few more of the leaves. Basically, I took that leaf stencil and I just rotated it around. Sometimes they overlapped, sometimes they were just exactly the way the stencil was. But basically, I added a bunch of leaves to the page so that we would have a really nice kind of pattern there in the background. I had marked originally where the picture was going to lay so that I didn't, accidentally stencil more than I needed to or less than I needed to. But I created basically an entire background for this particular photo. I looked at it and I thought, it's really nice, but one of the things that's in the other photo is, or the other paper, is multiple colors of leaves. So I did go in and add some yellow using fossilized amber, and I just redid the stencil, and this time I'm just going over where I already was. You're not going to see a lot of this, except it does kind of lift the overall design up, and it kind of gives the page a little bit more color and dimension, and it really made the brown leaves even pop more, just having that background there. So if you're stuck or if you're wondering what you can do, you can try the same stencil in multiple colors and just put it on top and look, you'll get a little bit more depth from the original stencil. Now, there are some companies that are giving stencils that are meant to be layered, where you do multiple colors. Those are even fun as well, but you don't have to have one of those to do what I'm doing here, which is same stencil, two different colors. I pulled colors from the original paper, and I really love how it turned out. You're seeing me just use this. I was debating about picking a third color, and then I thought that might just get a little muddy. So instead, I stopped here with the brown and the fossilized amber, and I love this particular part of the layout. So the only thing that's left to do now is to put the pictures down and then figure out how we're going to embellish this. So what you'll see as we go is we're going to basically do the same thing we've been doing in all of these Thankful Thursday layouts, which is we're going to stick with the kit. So this time I'm starting with a cut apart card. I absolutely love this cut apart card and I wanted it to be the title. So I am going to take the time to trim it out and actually use that phrase, "At home I'm with you," with the bench, because he's sitting outside on a bench, as my title. So you're going to see me, and I get a lot of questions about this. I do choose to do fussy cutting with my big, huge scissors. It's the scissors I'm most comfortable with. It's the scissors that feel the best to me. And I think that's another thing. Like, people have kind of tried to convince everyone, well, you have to have four different pairs of scissors and you have to have scissors specifically for fussy cutting. You have to have scissors that feel good to you. And I think that's the most important thing is if you can find a pair of scissors that you're comfortable cutting things out with, it doesn't matter if they're, you know, 5 inches long or 1 inch long. It's just about having the right pair of scissors. So for me, those are the right pair of scissors. Those are the ones that I love, that I use. And I am inking that up, and that's going to be the title for this particular page. Now I've got to figure out what else is going to go on this page. So I'm going to go and pull, starting with the chipboard. And originally I really wanted that beautiful fall chipboard piece, but I could not get it out, so I gave up. I was like, nope, not going to do it. I liked this circle piece that I believe said gather together. There's another circle that says welcome fall. Um, and I think I'm also going to pick out a leaf, a blue leaf that I loved. So that came from the chipboard. The next thing we're going to do is look at the little puffy stickers and the other stickers. And I'm doing something that I've seen a lot of other designers use or other people that scrapbook use. And I've started to do this more often, which is pick all the stickers you want off, put them on your handy dandy little, in this case, it's a box, it's a glue box, a stamp block. Oh, I can't say that word. It's a stamp block. And then put the rest of the stickers away so that you only have these to choose from. So remember, I've talked about the last couple of videos about how, for me right now, less is more. And when I say that, I mean having less things to choose from has made it easier for me to make pages. So instead of having a huge amount of scrapbooking products that I have to choose from, instead I am limiting that to taking the stickers, putting them on the stamp block so that I only have a few that I have to look at. So now you're going to see me put together this particular page. I did switch out the wood grain chipboard circle for a part of the die cut package that says, so good to be home. I thought that kind of continued the pattern. I'm also trying to use more of those die cuts. I get those die cut packages a lot and I haven't used them, so I just want to make sure I can use them. Once again, we talked about this, I think, last week. There was a journal card that I really liked, but it had like a pumpkin on it, and I didn't want the pumpkin. So I just turned it upside down, stuck it in there, and made it work for me. Kind of a mission statement of mine, making my products work and using them. I'm really trying to use up all the die cuts that I get in these collections. I have a tendency to just have a bunch of die cuts left and end up throwing them away because they just don't work with any other collections. So I'm trying really hard to use those. Particularly, some of the collections now are giving you 2 or 3 packages of die cuts, and just make sure you get them used on your page. So in this particular layout, I've used 3, that leaf line there, the journal card, and the so good to be home. And now I'm laying down the chipboard, have to glue that down. Echo Park doesn't put the glue on the back anymore, and I think that's a good thing. And now we're going to pull this stamp block that I had and start sticking the stickers down in different places. I loved that apple cider jar because it kind of looked like moonshine to me, and I was drinking a fall Manhattan, so I thought that was fun. Then I'm going to be putting down some flowers. You're going to see I'm going to move some of these around, and you can do that as long as you don't like push down too hard. I did want this, I really wanted this house because it looks a lot like the pub that we went to. The pub that we actually have in our town is gray facade. I think you can see it behind John. So that little slate blue house really looked like that. But I had that flower sticker that I'd already gotten out. So I'm just gonna put the flower sticker there with the little container, and then move that one individual flower down so I don't block too much of the journaling box. So I really like how that worked out. I do have the Get Cozy. Created a cute little set of embellishments up at the top left, above the With You I Am Home, and then to the side of the journaling box. It's kind of framed the photos again. The last thing I'm going to do is go to the stuff puffy stickers and see if there was anything, and I don't think that I found anything that I liked on the puffy stickers other than maybe a couple of leaves or flowers. And I'm going to find some enamel dots. These are from, I don't even know what collection because I stopped keeping the packages. I don't buy any more enamel dots. Now I'm just using up the enamel dots I have. And in general, for every page that I want to put enamel dots on, I can find a set of enamel dots that I've purchased over the years with other collections that'll work. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do is get rid of these older enamel dots that I have before I buy any new ones. So that finishes the page. I love this. I've been enjoying coming back to YouTube. I'm trying to motivate myself to come back on here so that I'll be ready for December daily. Here's a close up of that So Good to Be Home and a close up of the finished page. Thank you for hanging with me, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.